Let's talk about transformation. People love to overcomplicate change. Books, podcasts, endless YouTube videos, listing out 47-step processes. But let's cut through the noise. I want to simplify this for you into 4 essential steps that can completely shift your life this year. Maybe last year didn't go as you planned, and maybe you're feeling stuck, like you need a comeback, the biggest one yet. So these 4 steps, they're going to guide you to making that a reality. Step 1, reevaluate what you actually want. If you don't know where you're headed, how can you expect to get there? A lot of people are still chasing goals they set years ago, goals that might not even align with who they are today. Maybe years ago you were convinced you needed to earn a specific amount, have a family by a certain age, or achieve some dream lifestyle. But is it still true? Think about it. If you're in your 30s and still clinging to the goals you set in your early 20s, it might be time for a reset. Holding on to outdated dreams just for the sake of consistency is like a guy in his 50s still rocking a mohawk thinking it's working for him. Life evolves, your goals should too. This is why so many people stay in dead-end jobs, unfulfilling relationships, or draining pursuits. They convince themselves they're too far in to quit, but that's just the sunk cost fallacy in action. If something isn't serving you anymore, walk away. Give yourself permission to realign with what truly matters to you now. All right, here's an action step. Take 10 minutes today. Journal about the most incredible things that could happen for you. What would make this year an undeniable success? All right, guys. Step 2, commit fully. Once you know what you want, the next step is to go all in. Here's the tricky part. Commitment means cutting off other options. The word decision comes from a Latin root that literally means to cut off. That's why commitment feels scary. Saying yes to one thing means saying no to everything else. And that's what keeps most people stuck. They freeze in fear, overanalyze every option, and do nothing. There's an old story about a donkey standing between a pile of hay and a bucket of water. He's both hungry and thirsty, but he can't decide which to go for first. So he stands there paralyzed until he collapses. Don't be the donkey. Pick a direction and move. The truth is, once you take the first step, you can always adjust along the way. Perfectionism kills momentum. People waste decades for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect partner. Meanwhile, life keeps moving. The best decisions I've ever made, I wasn't 100% sure about any of them, but I committed, moved forward, and figured it out along the way. Action step 2, identify one big decision you've been overthinking. Simplify it and take an action today. Step 3, track what actually matters. If you're not measuring your progress, you're just guessing. This applies to everything: your finances, health, career, relationships. I've had years where I felt off track and frustrated, and you know what made the biggest difference? Tracking my habits. A simple shift like tracking hours worked, workouts completed, or money saved can provide clarity. You don't need to track everything, just pick 3 key metrics that align with your biggest goal. There's a saying, what gets measured gets managed. If you don't track it, you won't know if you're improving. Also, review your progress regularly, whether that's weekly, monthly, whatever works best for you. Progress isn't always immediate, and some goals take time to build momentum. Reviewing your progress helps you stay the course instead of giving up too soon. All right, action step 3. Choose 3 key metrics that will move you toward your goal. Start tracking them today. Step 4, redefine failure. Most people fear failure because they take it personally. They see a setback as proof that they're not good enough, not capable, not cut out for success. That's a lie. Failure isn't a reflection of who you are. It's just an outcome. One step in the process. Think of it this way. If I told you that you were guaranteed to make $1 million, but only after starting 15 businesses that fail first, would you still see those failures the same way? Or would you check them off one by one, knowing each one brings you closer? That's how successful people operate. They don't fear failure, they use it. Every failure is just data. Feedback on what to adjust. Feedback is a gift. The people who succeed aren't the ones who avoid mistakes. They're the ones who keep going despite them. Here's a great example. So 3M was trying to develop a super strong adhesive. They failed so badly that it resulted in Post-it notes. Instead of creating a super strong adhesive, they created a product that became a global success. Sometimes your biggest mistakes turn out to be your biggest breakthrough. And that's why action's so important, because if they never tried, they would have never found that out. All right, action step 4, journal on this question. If failure is just feedback, what is it teaching me right now? Make this your year. These 4 steps: reevaluating your goals, committing fully, Tracking progress and embracing failure can change everything. The people who succeed aren't necessarily smarter or luckier. They just take action, adjust, and keep going. Stop waiting, stop overthinking, start moving. Your comeback starts now.